some chicken, so check it out. So today, I'm going to talk about something I don't normally talk about. I watched a video on Scar City, was it Scar City Studios or Scar City News or something like that anyway, on YouTube. There's a guy from Birmingham who presents the YouTube channel, and basically he talks about the latest convictions, people who got arrested for this and that in various different cities and towns, blah 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 blah. Some music stuff as well, some of that UK grime shit. You know what I mean? I don't listen to that bullshit anyway. Like, not for me. Anyway, so there was this story anyway. I think, well, it's probably about a week or two old now. Probably about a week or so. And there was some rapper called like I said, I don't even know who these people are. There's some rapper called Migs from Manchester, and he got shot and killed by some dudes over in Liverpool. He basically got robbed in it because that dude Migs went to go buy a stolen Audi S1 for two bags, yeah, $2,000. All right, and obviously he got set up in it. Basically got set up, and yeah, so he got set up and he got killed. Now, the thing, what gets me is, right, if you're gonna deal in illicit purchases, or just do illicit things, right, then you're gonna have to pay the consequence in some way or another. Somewhere down the line, something's gonna fucking catch up. Yeah? Something's gonna catch up later down the line. Alright? So, you watch the video and everyone's got their condolences, rest in peace, Migs, he's such a great guy and all this stuff, which I don't know him. He probably was. I'm not even downplaying that fact that a man got killed. You know what I mean? Because no one should be getting killed for a little fucking $2,000 for whatever. So I'm not even downplaying that fact. Like I'm not even disrespecting the fact that a guy got killed. All right. But for starters, you should know something's up anyway. So this person's youth, this dude Migs is like 22. Okay, so he's a youth to me. You know what I mean? He's a little boy to me, all right? And you know something's up, right? Obviously, you probably knew the car was stolen. But if you're buying a car, if you're buying an Audi S1, yeah, for $2,000, you know something's up. And hold on. And you're gonna be you're gonna be dealing with criminals basically to get what you want. You're dealing with criminals here, because no legit person is gonna sell an Audi S1 for $2,000, considering there's still fucking Golf GTIs on a fucking 52 plate going for the same amount of money. Okay, and obviously the S1 hasn't been out for that long. So you already know from the get go that you're gonna be dealing with criminals, who get their money from illicit means and all that stuff, blah blah blah. And he went there. These dudes set him up, and what happened was, cut a long story short, these dudes tried to run off with his money. He chased them. One of the dudes fired a warning shot, yeah. And he still carried on chasing him. And then he got shot again, fatally in his neck, I think it was, or wherever it was, and he died. Now, I'm looking at it from different angles here. Now, you'd think if someone fired a warning shot, yeah. So you're going to buy a car for $2,000, yeah, and you just found out you basically got robbed. And these dudes are armed, right? You're not armed. These dudes are armed, all right? He's just fired a warning shot here. At that point, yeah, you gotta think to yourself, hang on a minute now. I've just been set up. It's $2,000, I know. $2,000 might be a lot to him. But, you know, probably, I don't know. Just been set up. Just been robbed. The man's got a fucking gun, right? He fired a warning shot. Time to cut my losses and get the fuck out of there, you know? That's, you know, most people would think that. Most people would do that. But then I'm looking at it from a different angle as well. I'm looking at it, okay, maybe it's a matter of principle. Okay, maybe it's a matter of principle. Because me, myself, I'm a man of principles, no matter how small or whatever it is. I'm a man of principles, yeah? So, he probably thought, you know what, fuck this, bro. I don't go. He probably thought, you know, fuck this, it's $2,000. I've just been set up. Fuck this shit. I'm going to fucking get this dude. Whether I get my money back or not, I'm getting this motherfucker. You know what I mean? No matter what cost. So you know, you probably went out on principle. We don't know that. We won't ever know that. Maybe the people who are close to him, maybe they might know whether he's a man of principle or not. But that's what he might have thought that. He probably thought, you know what, fuck that, bro. Even though a man just fired a warning shot, I don't give a fuck. I'm still gonna get what's fucking mine back. And I can understand that point of view. See, I'm looking at that point of view. I'm a man of principle, so he might be a man of principle. And I think, you know what, fuck that, bro. I'm gonna get my money back no matter what cost. And obviously, it cost him his life in the end. Okay? So it cost him his life at the end. Right? And like I said before, we can look at it the other way. You probably thought, you know what? That's a bit silly, that is. These dudes are armed. I'm not. I was just being set up. Cut my losses. Let's get the fuck out of there. You know, just get the fuck out. At that point. You know what I mean? But you know, it's almost like, the way they try to present it on the video, it was almost like it was like, you know, like it was an innocent, like it was innocent. That's the way it was almost come across, like it was innocent. Like a man had good intentions to go out and buy a legit car from a legit dealer for $2,000, and then all hell broke loose. Yeah, I can understand that. Fucking hell, you know what I mean? I get that, but that ain't the fucking case. You know what I mean? So it's almost like, so if you're gonna deal in if you're gonna deal in that kind of, indulge that kind of lifestyle, then you gotta, whatever comes of that, you know, it's fucking tough shit at the end of the day. Whatever comes from that is tough shit. Because you're dealing in that lifestyle. You know what I mean? You can look at what, you know, you can look at, maybe, I'm trying to think of an example now. Okay, if you got a lifestyle of binge drinking or drinking a lot, okay, that's what you're indulging, that's what you're doing. You know full well what the consequences. You might get fucking liver cancer or whatever comes from fucking excess drinking, right? And when that happens, right, you gotta own it. You've got to fucking own it at that point. Whatever you do, if you're dealing in certain things where you know there could be a certain comeback from, which ain't gonna be a good comeback, then in a way that's just tough shit, you know. And what a waste! Like, it's a fucking waste. A man was 22. Obviously, he was well known in that grime community, or I don't whatever fucking genre that music is. Yeah, I don't listen to that bullshit. You know, to me, that music, yeah, is just like a rip off of the drill music of back in like 2011, 12, when like Chief Keef and that was out in America. That's when I remember it. All this drill music over here now and all this stuff is like, it's just a rip-off from that. It's just a rip-off. You don't sound good. Whatever. But that's just my opinion. So this dude obviously was well known in that kind of community, yeah. And you know, what a waste, bro. What a fucking waste. You know, not you have to own to the loss. So you know, he could have walked away from that and lived to fight another fucking day. He would have made he would have made $2,000 another time, or whatever, and bought another car from somewhere else. You know what I mean? Man's 22, you know, 22. He's not even really a man. He don't know. He don't know what's. Like, he ain't even fucking lived, bro. And he went out dealing with those kind of people, right? And he didn't take heed of the warning, which was the warning shot, and got killed. What a waste. So what I'm saying is, right, what I'm trying to say is that, you know, if you're gonna deal in them kind of circles with certain people, whether it's drugs or stolen goods, you know, all that kind of stuff. If you're gonna deal with it, you gotta own it. You gotta fucking own it, bro. Like, there's one time now, obviously it's not as serious as that, but one time I went to buy some MDMA of someone that I didn't even know. The source that I usually get it off, couldn't get hold of him. And I bought it off a different source who we never knew. And I found out it was fucking ketamine. That's what it was. I fucking passed out. I think I passed out for about 2-3 hours, bro. And guess what? I gotta fucking own it. I can't be fucking mad about that. I could be. I could try and go out and find that dude who fucking sold me that shit. I could do that, right? You know, I could be well in my means to do that. But at the same time, I gotta fucking own it as well. Hey, drugs are illegal, right? I wanted to indulge in certain drugs. I didn't get the drug that I wanted, and it fucked me up. You know what I mean? So, you gotta own what you do, man. Right? And you know, the way, you know, like I said, like I was saying before, the way they made it out in that video was like, you know, this guy's, I don't know, like, this guy was just so innocent and that. Bro, if you're going to buy a fucking car, an S1 for $2,000, you know you're dealing with criminals here. So what does that make you? That makes you just as bad. Yeah? That makes you just as bad buying a fucking car. A stolen car. However long that car was going to last you for before you get pulled. Who knows? But obviously you wanted to buy that car to flex in. You know what I mean? Because that's what it's about. You know, that's what it's about in this culture now, especially these ages, them age groups, like from fucking just teenagers up until fucking whatever, even up until my age, like 33. People just want to fucking flex, innit? But more so the younger generation, they just want to flex at all, and no matter what. They just want their street cred from no matter what, whether it's from wetting a man up, aka stabbing him, from shooting a man up, from robbing, dealing with handling stolen goods, whatever it is, man. They just want to get their little cred, their credibility, their street cred from wherever and however it comes from. And if that's your choice, if that's your choice to do that, then to be honest, I haven't really got too much sympathy for you. You know what I mean? I haven't really got too much sympathy for you because I'm not, you know, there's certain things that I do what I probably shouldn't do. All right? Yeah? And if it comes to biting back on the ass, fucking, I'm going to own it and say, oh, well, tough shit. Tough fucking titties. I should know better, but I chose not to. And now I'm fucked up. You know? So, you know, whatever it is, man. It is what it is. It is what it is, man. You know, you decided to indulge in that lifestyle with criminals, and then you paid a hefty price. You know, and like I said, I don't want to come across like I don't want to come across like I'm heartless. I'm not heartless, but I'm just thinking, man. You know what? It's sad. It's sad at the end of the day. It's sad. You know what I mean? that a man chose to lose his life over 2 grand, essentially. Or however much, could be 4 grand or whatever. It's just fucking sad at the end of the day, you know what I mean? But if you live that life, own it. Whatever you indulge in, what you shouldn't indulge in, when it comes back on you, own it. You know what I mean? Don't look for sympathy. Don't look for handouts. Just fucking own it. And with that, I'm out.